Hey guys, what's going on? It's Noah here, and today I'm going to be making a guide for y'all on the basics of merchanting. People always ask me how I make money on Runescape, and I tell them I merchant. Most people have tried merchanting out before, and they find that they don't make any money at all since they don't know how to do it effectively. There are many forms of merchanting, but today I'm going to be focusing mainly on flip merchanting because it's not very risky and it's very simple. If you want to see more merchanting guides in the future, make sure to show me some love down in the comments and I'll show you guys how to do different forms of merchanting. Merchanting is one of those things that it takes money to make money. The more money you have, the more money you can make. I'm only going to be using 10 mil to merchant in this video because most people, they don't have a 1 bill bank. Even with only 10 mil, merchanting can be a great money maker. I wouldn't recommend merchanting if you have anything less than 10 mil because it will really minimize your profit. And if you don't have 10 mil, go make it. Go kill some green dragons, collect swamp toad, telegrab zemi wines. Heck, go pick some flax. You can make 10 mil easy if you wanted to. And then I'm going to show you guys what you can do with that 10 mil to really get some serious cash. I'd highly recommend selling your bank if you really want to maximize the amount of cash you can make. If you have a 10 mil cash stack and 25 mil in items, you're losing out on millions of GP you could be making with that 25 mil. Merchanting is basically buying an item for a certain price and then reselling that item for a higher price than you bought it for. If you buy a bronze sword for 4 GP in the Grand Exchange and then resell it for 6 GP, you're not making a whole lot of profit. But if you buy 1,000,000 bronze swords in the Grand Exchange, then you'll be making a lot of money. The trick to merchanting is either you buy a lot of something for really cheap or you buy a few items that are really expensive. As an example today, I'll be merchanting a lot of really cheap items. Sometimes it can be difficult finding a good item to use, but just remember, you never want to merchant an obscure item. That is very risky, and often it doesn't make you much money. Always merchant commonly used items like runes, logs, ores, bars, and planks, food, herbs, potions, bones, gems, bows, jewelry, seeds, weapons, armor like flat packs, barrows armor, god wars armor, and armor used for slayer, rare items, and other items used for skilling like feathers, soft clay, cowhides, vials, runescence, etc. I can't tell you guys the exact items to merchant because what might be a great money maker now, an hour from now, it might be an awful money maker. You also got to keep in mind the Grand Exchange caps. You can only buy a certain amount of each item per 4 hours in the GE, so unless all your money is invested into an item for merchanting, you should use all the GE slots to maximize your profit. The GE cap makes it so you can only buy 25k runes, ores, or essence, 10k food, 10k arrows, bars, or planks, 5k familiar pouches or seeds, 3k teletabs, 100 tools, jewelry, armor, and weapons to rune, 10 weapons and armor that are dragon or above per 4 hours. The way to get around the Grand Exchange cap is after you sell the items back to the GE, you can buy the items again and you don't have to wait the 4 hours. Now that you know all the basic information, let's get merchanting! Now that we're in the Grand Exchange interface, we gotta find an item to merchant. Like I said, you wanna find a commonly used item. So what we're going to do is we're going to test out items until we find a good one. I think I'm going to try red chinchompas first because they're commonly used for range training. So we'll type in buy. To test out an item, you just got to type in the name and I'll show you guys in a second. So red chin, and red chinchompa should come up, like that. And then what you got to do is once the screen pops up, you got to put above like 10% above medium price. You know, I like to put a little above a little bit more, doesn't really matter. And then the quantity, you put 1, this is only a test, you don't want to buy more than 1. And so confirm offer, and it buys for 1410 GP, as you guys can see right there. And we take it out, now we sell it right back to the Grand Exchange, alright? So we sell, and we put it in, and we put it below the medium price, about 10%. You know, like I said, I like to do a little bit more. And yep, there we go. And it should sell right away, and it should buy right away. And so it's sold for 1400 GP. And if you don't remember that, you guys can go to your Grand Exchange history, and it will tell you all that. And so what this information means is when you buy an item in the Grand Exchange, that's going to be your selling price once your test is over. And what you sell in the Grand Exchange, that is going to be your buying price. And so we bought the Chinchampa for 1410 GP, and so we're going to be buying the Chinchampa for 1400 GP, and we're going to be selling it for 1410 GP. But that is not a good item to merchant. As you guys can see, it's only a 10 GP profit margin, and that is not very good on a 1400 GP item. So we're going to try a different item. So we'll go back to the Grand Exchange, and let's type, I'm feeling Rings of Dueling, alright? Ring of Dueling, and Ring of Dueling 8 will pop up, and let's put in an offer, and let's buy one, and it buys for 1286. I'll type that in, so 1286, so I remember that. And then let's sell it, and it sells for 1240. Alright, that's a little better profit margin. We'll do that one, so 1240. And so like I said, 1240, that's going to be our buying price. So we type in Ring of Dueling, and Ring of Dueling 8 pops up, and now we'll type in 1240. I'm going to put 1242 just so it's faster. And now you got to put in how many you want. So we'll put 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, and yeah, that's about right there, 8K, and we put in the offer. Now it's just a waiting game. As you guys are waiting, you guys can go take a dump in real life, or you guys can go on a farm run, you can do a little alking, go wood cutting, do some fletching. You know, just wait a little bit. It doesn't take that long. Sometimes it takes like 30 seconds. Other times it takes 10 minutes. Other times it takes 20 minutes. It just depends on the day and item. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I am back. It's only taken like 3 minutes since I last did this. Alright, these sold really fast. I'm not going to wait for the 8K since these just sold and it was really quick. Alright, so let's take out this money. 627K left over. And then our rings. Alright, now it's time to sell these bad boys. And we bought them for 1242 GP each, and now we're supposed to sell them for 1286. And so we'll type in 1286 right now, 1286, and we'll put it in maybe 2 GP lower so they sell faster. And now I'll be back with you guys in a second to see how much money I make. Alright guys, I am back, and let's see what we made. Alright guys, I just took a little break. I logged out of Runescape, but I mean, alright, let's just think about this. Alright, the first time I came back, it was like 3-4 minutes, something like that. Then the next time I logged out of RuneScape, I took a little break, now I'm back. So let's just say 15 minutes for this. And so let's see our profits. Alright, let's take this bad boy out. And we started with 10 mil, and now we got 10 mil still. But let's see what the total amount is. Let's withdraw this money and examine coins, and we have 10.3 mil. Alright, so 300K we made. That is pretty dang good money. Alright, so let's say we did this for an hour. We merchanted for an hour. And let's see, 300K times 4. That's an hour, so that's 1.2 mil per hour. That is great money, you guys. Alright guys, thank you for watching. We made a lot of money today. Alright, 10.3 mil at the end of the day. That's 300K profit, and that is very good. So if we did that for an hour, we would have made 1.2 mil. And considering that's 10% extra money than we started with, that's insane money. If we had 100 mil and had multiple GE slots going, and that would be great money right there, you guys. So thanks for watching, and if you want more merchanting guides and little tips, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and see you later, YouTube.